Hi guys, it's Chris at Cork and Crown. I am back in my cider shed with some more cider to try. And we're continuing with the stuff we brought back from Herefordshire. I brought back from Herefordshire on my own, in my car. So we got loads of things to try. And one of the things I got was quite a lot of samples from Albert at Ross and Wise. Some of which I can't open for a while because they're not released yet. But he gave me them, so I put them to one side. So I have to look forward to that. But we've got lots of things we can try. And actually, just down here, I've got a box of samples he gave me. And I thought what I'd do is close my eyes, stick my hand in, pull out a bottle, see what we get. Let's have a lucky dip. Everyone's a winner, though. Everyone's a winner. So, let's do it. Okay, I'm going to close my eyes, stick my hand in the box, and pull out a bottle. Let's do it. Eyes closed, don't know what I'm doing. Rummage. Right, got one. What did you get, Chris? I'll tell you what I got. Ashton Bitter Single Variety Cider. I like this game. So what does it say? 7% ABV, so it's a big boy. And it says on the bottle, there is something about Ashton Bitter. As a tree, it isn't great. It can't grow taller than about 15 feet before it loses its leader and grows in circles. As an apple, it can be slow to ripen because of the aforementioned habit. And as a cider, it can be a challenge. Big, strong tannins with powerful astringency. But if you press it at just the right moment, if you ferment in a barrel, utilising micro-oxygenation through the wood, and if you wait with patience for the cider to grow and build over time, if you do all of that, then 18 months later, you have a fine cider. So, pressed October 2019, bottled June 2021, batch D100. Ingredients: fermented Ashton bitter juice, trace sulfites. So there you go. Let's open this mofo up. Right, where's me bottle opener? I found it. It was here. Right. Come on then, Ashton bitter. Do your worst. Very slight hiss. Smoking gun. Just about. See those bubbles rising? Isn't that a pretty sight? And let's pour it out. Liking the colour. Oh, it's a beautiful colour actually, that. Really nice. So look at that. It's got it's amber, but there's sort of a hint of gold to it, and it almost looks like a nice clear honey to my mind as well. If it was like thick and viscous, I would go, ooh, delicious honey. Maybe a hint of orange about it as well. Nice looking thing. Let's have a sniff. Oh, ooh, what sort of barrel has this been in? I think this has been in some sort of barrel that's contained something else previously. And I think the thing it's contained was bourbon. I think this has been in a bourbon barrel. It's not overpowering, but I think it's there. If Albert watches this and comments and says, there was no bourbon at all, I'm going to look like a right fool, aren't I? But, I mean, yeah. If it isn't, I'll be flipping amazed. Ashton Bitter's a bonkers apple if it can smell like that without being in any sort of bourbon barrel. But yeah, did say put it in a barrel, didn't it? Put it in a barrel, micro oxygenation. Yeah, didn't say what sort of barrel, but I think it was a bourbon barrel. Okay, so yeah, quite powerful bourbon on the nose. It's not like bam, but I'm not getting much underneath that, I have to say. I mean, searching for apple, and I'm almost convincing myself I can smell apple, but I'm not sure I can smell apple, I'll be honest. Let's taste it. Let's taste you, fine cider. Yeah. I mean, the tannins might have softened, but they are there. Soft tannin on the front, quite a lot. Squeaky teeth, squeaky mouth. I want to say hard tannins on the back. That sort of bitterness, leatheriness. It's got texture, this. I can detect that bourbon. I mean, it's not like bang in your face, but it's definitely there. It's definitely there. And then underneath all of that, apple skins. There's a kind of a woody sappiness to it. Maybe that's just the leatheriness of the tannin. Delicate apple. Delicate cider apple under that. Bone dry. Minerality as well. Crikey almighty. You got bourbon. You got tannin. And right in the centre, they've got minerality. And right in the middle of that, there's the merest suggestion of like a sweated cider apple, an aged apple, and apple skins as well. But yeah, it's kind of a beast actually. The central flavour is very delicate, but the bourbon and the tannins just hit you in the face. They really do. That is bone dry. If you don't like dry cider, you will not like this. And actually the nose of the bourbon, it almost smells like it's going to have a bit of sweetness to it, richness to it. It does not. It absolutely does not. There's a juxtaposition between the nose and the palate. I think this is a food cider. This is not a quaffing cider. It's something to be had with food because of that leatheriness. And I think I want to have it with, gosh, what do I want to have it with? I mean, normally you'd say like steak or something like that. Something with lots of protein. But I think the bourbon might be a bit odd with steak. I'd actually go, what would I have it with? I mean, like barbecued meats. That would probably work. Not this time of year. No way, Jose. It's bloody freezing outside. Yeah, but something in that sort of style. Maybe burgers, something like that. Beef burgers. Yeah, bourbon, burgers, tannin, meat. Yeah, okay. Sorry to you vegetarians out there. I'm not suggesting anything vegetarian-wise. I'm trying to think of something that you could have it with. Something like, could you have it with Mexican? Maybe with Mexican food. The refried beans for the protein, something like that. That would probably work. Maybe with something like a curry as well, because of that sort of fruitiness. Yeah. We'll go with the cheese. Maybe it would work with some crazy cheese. I think some Alpine cheese. I think something with sweetness. I'm thinking like Comté. I'm thinking a big, bold Gruyere. I'm thinking like the Letivar, the smoky stuff. Albert, if you're watching this, I gave you a bit of Letivar. Have it with the Ashton bitter. See if it works. Let me know. All right. So there you go. Pick and mix. Lucky dip. We got Ashton bitter, and we are happy because it's very, very interesting. Very different. Not what I expected at all. Seek it out. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me in my shed. I hope you join me again. But until that time, cheers.